So, time to be a bit real. So, truth be told, days like today are probably, for me personally, are like one of the hardest. And I'm not trying to say this to for you to be sorry for me. Far from it. Like, I'm saying this because I want to. The lesson that I want to show you guys is that we're going to have bad days. Like, they are like guaranteed. We're all going to have bad days in our life. Today was is supposed to be my dad's birthday, but I don't think you guys, I mean, probably you don't know, but I lost my dad back in 2017 to an illness. And so there are certain moments in my life where they feel harder. And it never gets better. That's the thing. Like grieving, it never gets better. You just have to work with it and you have to work through it. The healing process is not trying to fight it, it's working with it. And days like today, when I feel like shit, I allow myself to feel like shit because there's a reason for it. And I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't feel bad or anything like that, but rather we still move. Life still goes on. And days like today, it's very important to remind myself that I have a lot. God provided me with a lot of things in my life. I have my health to be grateful for. I have my family to be grateful for. I have the support to be grateful for. I have all these material things that I got or worked for that I'm grateful for. Because it's very easy to slip into the blame behavior or to like slip into a downward spiral. But realistically, you can't. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be sorry. It's okay to be like grieving. It's okay to be grieving. It's part of it. But life goes on. I mean, it's been 7 years now, and I'm not saying that I would say probably it's the first year in the last 7 years that I kind of made peace with my past. And it's not something that like you snap your finger and you're like, oh, I'm at peace with my past. Far from it. You have to work through it, and you have to realize that sometimes things happen for a reason. So rather than playing the victim, ask yourself, what can I take from this situation and turn it as a strength? That's the mentality you have to train yourself on. Don't play the victim mentality. People pass through stuff on a daily basis. There are people that have it worse than me. There are people who had plans for today but didn't wake up today. So, what did God want me to take out of this situation? That's the question I ask myself. And the reason why I ask this is because the person I am today would not have been possible if I didn't go through this particular scenario or life event. But rather than sleeping on it and playing the victim behavior, I work on myself. I use it as a strength. And maybe through the words you hear from me, I'm able to lighten up some of your problems. I'm able to maybe inspire you. I'm able to maybe bring my wisdom to your life. And you might say, like, that makes sense. Let me learn from that. And that's how this story is. I mean, everyone have their own story. Everyone has their own blessings and cursings, whatever. But don't play the victim mentality. I don't want to make this cut for you to be sorry for me. Don't. Rather, learn from it. Because, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to actually make peace with your past, whatever you've gone through. But I know so many people that play the victim mentality, that play the victim role. No, God made you go through that because He wanted you to teach you something. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine. Take it as a lesson. What can I learn from this situation? So don't play it. Don't fall for it. Use it as a strength. And ask yourself, what can I be grateful for days like today? I'm grateful for that I get to have lunch with my family now after smoking this amazing cigar. I'm grateful that I'm able to have food on the table. I'm grateful for having a good conversation with a friend of mine this morning. I'm grateful for being surrounded by valuable people. I'm grateful for the stuff that I built throughout my life. The not the stuff you see is all because of the hard work I've put in. So use that as a lesson. We didn't come from wealth. I'm not saying I'm wealthy, far from it. But use it as a lesson. People go through things, and you meet people in life for a reason. So always remember that. And always move forward in life. And it's okay to be upset. It's okay to go through it. I allow myself to feel like shit. It's fine. It's part of it. Tomorrow's a new day. So what? It's part of it. Like happiness is never a goal. Happiness is an emotion just like sadness or fear or whatever. You can't be in a state of happiness 24/7. It's an impossible thing to ask for. And to experience happiness, you have to go through periods and moments of problems, fear, anxiety. So why try to skip that? How can you feel happiness when you've never actually experienced the harder times? It's the same thing like the stars can't shine without darkness. Think about it. And this is the one of the main reasons, one of the main components that led me to starting my YouTube channel. Or actually, because I had a YouTube channel for quite some time now, that led me to start on this journey to inspire other people. It's because of my story. Because through my story, I can inspire other people. And this is the beauty of life. This is the beauty of helping other people. I'm giving back. This is my way of giving back. Inspiration, value, things like I can help you with. It's not for the materialistic things, far from it. But in this world, if you give good energy will come back to you. And this is the mentality that you have to have. You give good to the word so the word can give you good. And yeah, I've been happy to be blessed with this story to be able to inspire some of you. I'm grateful. And sometimes I get those really nice messages that really give me fuel to keep on doing this. And that's the beauty of life, is making peace with your past, making peace with your story, and using it as a strength, because then you're unstoppable. Because then things can happen to you. But when you go through certain experiences, when you go through certain moments, the small stuff that happens on a day-to-day basis is irrelevant. But when you go through experiences where money can't always help, and this is ironic, I know I'm smoking a cigar right now, but you start to be grateful for it. And when you invest your money into your health, your education, your self-knowledge, whatever it is, you start to see a better return. And yeah, I mean, just some things that were on my mind, but this is the beauty of smoking cigars. You're able to get into this pattern and enjoy the whole experience. I was drinking a nice cup of filter coffee, smoking a nice cigar, listening to some nice music, and thinking. gets me to think. I try to minimize the use of my phone throughout this time, and I just think. And that's the beauty of it. Life can be so much nice when you start to appreciate the simple things, except for when your cigar turns off. But it's okay. We light it up again. But it's these things that bring fulfillment, to me at least. I look forward to nothing else on a Sunday morning than smoking a nice cigar, some nice music, a nice cup of coffee, and nothing more. This is for me is pure perfection. It's pure joy. And it's crazy. And sometimes like I grab these diaries, like journals, and I just journal. I reflect on a week. I reflect on a quote I found through the week. I ask myself questions that are not just simple answer questions. It's perfect. And that's what you have to find for yourself. You have to find things that bring pure fulfillment to you. And things might change. I might not be into cigars tomorrow. It's okay. You try new things, you experience new things, and you see what you enjoy doing the most. And I believe a lot in seasons. So, right now, for me personally, it's a bit of a season of growth. It's a bit of a season of self understanding and like learning where I want to go and working on getting there. Because rather than, I don't like to, I'm that type of person that don't like to just speak it. Whatever I say, I want to do. I want to be known for that particular person that's crazy that says something and then goes out and does it. And this is the irony of today's society, that there's a lot of people that say that they want to do stuff but they don't. And the beauty of life is sticking to your word and going out and doing whatever you say you're going to do. If I say I'm going to do something, I want to show you that I do it. And seasons change, and so should your priorities at different seasons. Right now the priority for me is solitude, work, and self-development. Yes, I do socialize a bit, but I'm very cautious on who I socialize with because I want my energy to be protected. I don't just want to give out my energy like to everyone, because then you start to attract, like to vibrate on different frequencies of other people. So I want to hang around people that are vibrating on a higher frequency so they match my energy. And you will lose friends, you will lose people in life. You will lose people through seasons, and that's okay. It's part of life. However, the beauty of it is always sticking and always being yourself. And as hard as that can be, you don't know me personally, but I try to be the same person that I am on video and that I am in real life. So, and you will get hated on. You start to realize how much hate you start to get when you start to change and work on yourself. People actually don't want you to change because you're comfortable around them. That's okay. I was told by a particular person that hate rarely comes from above. Hate always comes from people or situations below you. And it keeps me going. Make fun of me. People will make fun of you for whatever you're doing in life. So might as well just do what you want to do, that brings pure fulfillment to you, and let others do what they want. Hate on you for being you. So what? It's fine. I'm happy. Why would I take your own opinion when you don't even like yourself, like who you are? Most people don't like who they are, yet we take their opinions more than we judge or we take our opinions. Does that make sense? It shouldn't. But that's how society is. And it's okay. We're different. I'm different. If you don't vibe with me, I respect that. Finding yourself can be such a powerful thing. Because when you find yourself, you find your roots. And when you find your roots, because you will get blown away by the wind, you will get people trying to move you over, trying to push you over. But when your roots are deep, 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 deep in the ground, you won't move, you won't budge. That's why most people collapse under just a little bit of pressure because they're not they haven't found themselves. They haven't found the roots. So then when they get a bit of pressure from the external environments, they collapse, they fall, they crumble. But look at the people that work on themselves, that are spiritually grounded, that have found themselves. They don't collapse to the society pressure that is imposed on them. And they remain, most of them, true to themselves because their roots run deep. And if I've learned nothing through the last year, I've learned this, that when you start to work on yourself on a deeper level, you start to understand yourself and you start to understand the way of thinking. You start to understand the way of you think. And when you start to do that, you start to find your values, find your self, and you won't change. I just found myself. Because most of the time, what happens is you pretend to be someone when you're not around different people. And I don't want to be manipulated by people. I want to be myself wherever I go. And I'm not perfect, far from it. I have my own flaws, I have my own sins, I have my own things I'm not good at. But the beauty of it is a journey. You work on that. Being aware of your current flaws is already a big step forward. It's already an important stage in someone's life to be able to learn from it. Because that's the first step towards progress. Being aware, awareness. If I'm aware that certain things are not well aligned with who I want to be, I try and change them. And I believe that's only possible with when you are true to you and you start to find time for yourself. Solitude. It opens doors for you because then you start to work through past trauma, you start to work through past issues, you start to understand your thinking patterns, your behavior patterns. Why do I get upset when someone says this? You start to unfold that. Why do I react in this behavior when someone does this or this happens? And you start to fix that. You start to work on it. And that's called change. You start to grow, not change. And when you grow, sometimes you have to cut the anchors loose, cut stuff that's holding you back. And sometimes that can be your family, sometimes that can be your friends, sometimes that can be your environment. You just have to figure out for yourself. But you will only manage to figure this out by spending time with yourself. Always remember that. This type of thinking is not surface level thinking. It goes beyond that. It takes months of sitting still, months of reflecting, months of understanding. And I feel blessed to be in this position to be able to tell you these things because I've just recently gone through these types of situations. And this is one of the things that I really enjoy talking about, inspiring other people. Life is so much more than materialistic things. Life is so much more than buying nice cars, nice watches, nice cigars. Yes, those things are nice. But most people that get those things without working in their inner self will get those things and realize that fulfillment does not lie within those things. And that's the beauty of it. Like, I'm the happiest I've been, and I have nothing. Okay, I have things, but like I'm not like certain individuals that are better than me. And when I look up to people, I don't look up to people in a way of envy. I look up to people in a way of inspiration. And this morning I was having a conversation with Luke, and that's what you a lot of people look at these influencers or look at these people that are living the life that we aim to live. But most people take everything they say literally. But that person is living their own life on their own terms. You don't know their past. So you have to be able to filter out what's good and what's bad for you. You have to develop your own opinion of it. So, for example, if there is a particular influencer, I might not align with all his values, but I might learn something from him that can help me personally step up. So, being able to filter out the whole thing that we watch on YouTube, maybe my own content itself. You have to filter out what I say. Doesn't mean because I'm saying it, it's true or it aligns all with who you are. It might be some things that might not be on the same wavelength as yours. That's fine. But there might be two sentences that will stick with you. So those two sentences are what you should take from it. And that's the thing. That's another thing. You have to develop your own opinion into everything. The style you choose, the environment you put yourself in. Don't seek opinions from other people. Seek opinion from yourself. Does this make me happy? That's the question you have to ask yourself. If I had to stick with other people's opinion, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I would live a life based on their own terms. But I don't want that. That doesn't bring me fulfillment. That doesn't bring me happiness. It's crazy how sometimes at your lowest points you find yourself. And at your lowest points, it's what builds the foundation. Nice. But yeah, just a bit of a message. It might resonate, it might not. If you're sticking to it till the end or to this moment, it probably does. And I'd be glad that hopefully you find this helpful because this is the message that I want to give out to the world. People might see you and call you crazy for working so hard about something that you're passionate about. But if that thing makes you happy, go for it. Go for it. Fuck everyone's opinion. Focus on yours. Develop your own opinion, your own filtration system, and eliminate everything else. Eliminate everything else. It's funny because sometimes it's like you have to be like those horses where they cover the rest of the eyes. You just have to look straight and just go straight towards your vision. Anything else is noise. Anything else is noise. And that's why it's important to be able to be yourself, because only you can see straight. Only you can see the vision. I can't expect my mother, I can't expect my friends, I can't expect my siblings to get what I'm seeing. No, I see what I see. I can only prove it to them down the line when I get there. Only then they will see what you saw 5, 10 years ago. And don't expect people to understand why you work so hard towards something. And don't seek validation on that, because you will never make it otherwise. The only validation you need is from yourself, because you see the vision. It's funny because I didn't plan on shooting this, but I just felt like, and this is all spontaneous, no notes, nothing, because I'm passionate about this. It's something I enjoy. And the nicest thing about shooting this, you can go back to the videos I posted back in, I don't know, like 2 years ago when I started this. And you'd see that I was completely a different person. And I like it. Because the only person I compare myself to is who I was yesterday, not what someone else is doing. It's a beautiful life. You just have to keep working towards yourself. And yeah, just whatever, just keep moving forward. That's the number one thing in life. Always keep moving forward. Comfort brings complacency, and you just need to push yourself to go beyond your comfort zone. You just have to do that. It gives me chills sometimes because I knew I was going to become something, but I never expected me to become so at peace with myself. And this is a powerful feeling, man. Being at peace with yourself. There are things that bother me in today's world. In my day to day life, there are things that upset me. But it has to be something that's really bad to be something that really upsets me. I wake up every day grateful. I'm working towards my dream. I'm building the life I want. But I also remind myself that the life I have right now is the life I wished for 5 years ago. So I must be grateful for the present moment. Because this is the life a 17-year-old me wanted. And there's a certain beauty in being able to appreciate the present moment. Something I was never able to do till last year. Because right now, I'm here right now. I'm not thinking what I'm doing next. I'm here, I'm present. I'm enjoying this beautiful cigar. I'm enjoying this conversation with you. And that's the beauty of it. You look back and you see. That's the beauty of self development. It's not like, yes, it's nice to go to the gym, it's nice to get a nice physique, but there's more to it. Because you always have to compare yourself, not with someone else, with who you were yesterday. And that's the best compliment someone can give me, to be honest. You've changed. That is the biggest compliment someone can give me. Yes, I did. I want to change. I want to evolve. I want to keep growing as a person beyond what you see. I want to be able to aspire. I want to be able to help. I want to be able to give out to the world, not just take. Most people consume but don't produce. I want to be on the other end and give. In whatever way this is, give something. So, without further ado, I want you to have a blessed day whenever you see this. I want you to do well in life. I want you to be good for other people. I want you to be good for yourself. Work on yourself, help yourself, and just be happy. But remember, being happy is not the goal, it's part of it. To be happy, you have to first go through the parts where involve a lot more effort, more anxiety, more problems. So I will leave you guys to it and wish you a blissful week, a blissful year. May you achieve whatever you want to achieve. And don't let small minded people tell you that. Achieve whatever you want to achieve. No dream is too small. No dream is too small. And whenever you are challenged by other people, don't take it all in. Filter it out. Be able to filter out all the information. A lot of people told me that whatever I'm doing is not possible. But unless I try, I can't say that. Unless I try. And be careful who you take advice from. Don't take advice from someone that's not living the life that you want. And this quote from Alex Ramosi really stuck with me. If someone has the life that you want, maybe consider. Be able to filter, but consider. But if someone's not living the life you want, why take what they're saying as concrete advice? So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I'll see you.